When you are talking about self-extracting archive, as you may already know, there are a number of ways that we can do it in Windows. But how about Linux? If we want to make one of your archive file, for example a tar or gzip file, as self-extractable, how can we achieve it? This video is about it. Let's get in. So here the target is, we have, if you see in the directory, we have two files. One is docker.tgz and another one installer.tgz.sh file. Our target is to create a self-extractor for docker.tgz file, which is a compressed file using tar and the gunzip. The file which is installer.tgz.sh, what is doing it is here, it contains the necessary script which is inside to unarchive the docker.tgz file. So what we are going to do is, I am going to append the content of docker.tgz into the installer file. I am not going to show this installer.tgz file's content right now. After showing the demo, I will show you the detail of this file and what is it. We have two files in this directory. One is docker.tgz and installer.tgz.sh. I am making the installer.tgz.sh file as executable by executing the command chmod +x. Now you can see this has been converted, which is showing in the green color. This is executable file. Now what I am doing is, my archive file docker.tgz, I am sending the output of this completely into the end of the file of installer.tgz.sh. As you see in the command cat docker.tgz greater than sign 2 times and installer.tgz.sh. This send the whole output of the docker.tgz, whole content of the docker.tgz into the end part of the installer.tgz.sh file. Now if I do the ls -lh, you can see the capacity of these both files. It's basically 46 kilobytes. Now I am creating one more directory named test archive. Now I am moving the content installer.tgz.sh into the test archive. Now I am going to that directory and you can see the content installer.tgz.sh file is there, which is 46 kilobytes. Now I am executing this file. While execution of this file is created, it extracted the archive file and extracted to directory wd something. It's extracted. If we see the content of the directory, we can see this is the content we had in the archive file and it is safely extracted into the newly created directory. This is the executable file we have. This file contains instruction to extract the archive and archive within the file. These are the instruction part of this file. This is nothing but a bash script. As you can see, this is starting with asban and the bin sh command. Basically this file contains Linux commands. You can see there are few lines which is having tail, mkdir, tar and rm commands. Before going into detail of these commands, I will show you the summary, what techniques and tools are used in this. First, there are few commands as you can see in the previous screen. We have tail, head, word count, remove, make directory and base 64. And the operator. Two variants of operators are there. One is the redirection operator, another one is the pipe operator. And we are using one file, which is device file named dev urandom. I will go into detail of these commands. The tail command. Tail prints last n number of lines or characters of the given file to the standard output. Then the head. Head do the same task as tail but opposite. It prints first n number of lines or characters of the given files to the standard output. Then the word count, which is named by wc. This is also a command line utility that we can use for printing new line, word and byte counts of a file. Then we have RM, which used to remove. This one is powerful. Next is the RM. This one is bit popular, powerful and dangerous one, which is used to remove files and directories. Then mkdir, which the name says make directory. This is also one of the commonly used command used for creating directories. There is one more we are using, base 64. This command is used to encode binary string into text representation. Then we have like the output redirection operator, which is denoted by single greater than sign or double greater than signs. First one is an output operator that overrides the existing file, and the second one is output operator that appends the content to an existing file. Finally, the dev urandom. This is a special file that's source for random byte generated by the kernel random number generator device. Let us look at in details what each line of this file. First line, which is having a tail command, it instructs the system to take number of characters from the same file and output into a file named final.tgz. If you see, it is using tail command with -c. -c instructs the system to capture the number of character, which is 46,843 from the end of the file, and it output into final.tgz. In our case, number of characters of the original source file docker.tgz, which we used to create this self-extracting archive. Next we have $0. This $0 indicates that the name of the current file which is executed. In the previous slide we saw the file installer.tgz.sh. Here, because this content is within this file, when we execute in this command, it refers to the file installer.tgz.sh. So basically what this line does is it takes 46,843 characters from the file installer.tgz and output into final.tgz file. The next line, in this line what we are doing is we are creating a directory name. It is a random directory name. For this purpose only we are using the special file called dev urandom. If you look at this line, from the dev urandom file we are taking 10 characters from the beginning. This is what head command is doing. It is taking 10 characters from the beginning and pipe this into base 64. Base 64 command convert the binary value which is coming as output from dev urandom into text representation. Then we pipe the output and take only 10 characters from this, which we make sure our directory names contain maximum of 10 characters. So we form the directory name as a variable. Next what we do is using the mkdir command, make directory command, to create the directory from the variable. Okay, then we have created the directory and we have the original tgz file. We have the original archive file as named final.tgz, which is we are ready to extract. So we use this command, tar command, again to extract this final.tgz into the variable directory name which we created. With the tar command we are using -xzf. What this tells is x is for extracting, z is for telling that this file is zip, and F is representing the file name. So this extract the final.tgz, and then we have minus capital C. Minus capital C tell the tar command that which is the target to extract the content of the file. Okay, now we have extracted. Now what we do is the temporary file which we would archive file content as final.tgz, we are removing this file because we don't need this file anymore. We have extracted the content into directory which we created. So let us go and remove this file using rm-f final.tgz. You see I have used -f. This is for forcing. When f is used, it will not ask for the confirmation. It will go on remove directly. Then for the display, we are doing an output using the echo command extracted to the directory and the variable directory name. So the user who is executing this command, he will see in his screen extracted to directory. Then we exit with the exit code 0.
Thank you for watching the video. Please check the description for the link to the script which I was showing throughout the video. And also, as a bonus, I have included another script which you can use to generate the self extract itself, that you can find in the description. Thank you.